Bitcoin is dumping. If this is only a fake out or now the start of a bigger correction, we want to answer this question in today's video. Right after the intro, Liam will talk about the today released CPI data and news about Biden and the new crypto tax. Also, we will take a closer look at the latest ETF flow data. Right after this, Finn in the charts, he will talk about the flash crash. He will show you a smaller pattern on the 1 hourly time frame and will also answer the question where the Bitcoin price could right now find some support. If you like the video in the end, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. We start right now into the video. Let's go.
Let's start directly with an important news for the mining industry, because Biden wants a 30% fee on a new budget proposal on crypto mining. And this is also very interesting because he wants a 30% tax on electricity used by crypto miners in his budget proposal for 2025. And this is very important because in the hash rate, I think almost 40%, like 38%, 37% of the hash rate are in the US. So basically a very, very big part of the mining, of the global crypto mining, which is in the US, would be very, very unattractive with this 30% tax. And guys, let's go forward to the first on-chain data. We first of all have to take a look on the consumer price index or the inflation data of the US, because this is very important also for the Bitcoin price, or have been very important for the Bitcoin price in the past. But today we also saw a little dump, but it is also very likely because we had a very, very big pump yesterday. So basically to have a little retracement today is also very healthy for the Bitcoin price. But now to the consumer price index, or the CPI. The CPI is at 3.8% and the expectations have been at 3.7%. So basically we have a higher inflation or a higher core CPI than expected. And this is also a negative sign for the Bitcoin price, as we saw today in the price, as we got a little bit dumped, like 1 or 2%. I think we are still above 70,000 US dollars. So we have to keep an eye on the Bitcoin price if we are falling below the 70,000 US dollar, because this is very important, or as much as important as the 69,000 US dollar level from the old all-time high. If we go forward here, we can see the volume of yesterday's spot ETF trading. So we can see that yesterday we had more than 3 billion US dollar volume in the BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust, and also had more than 1.4 billion US dollar in the Fidelity in volume. And this is also very interesting because regarding the inflows of the day, so the all over inflows of yesterday, these have been also very high here with 505 million US dollar. And we also can see here in the top line that we crossed the 10 billion US dollar inflows above our 8 spot ETFs. And this is subtracted with the grayscale outflow. So basically with the grayscale outflow, we still have more than 10 billion US dollar inflow through the spot ETFs. And this is very interesting for the Bitcoin price, because it is also very interesting if the inflows stay this high, or if we see a decreasing inflow with the time. So maybe the bears also have a chance to dump the Bitcoin price. And if we go forward here, we want to take a look at the open interest, because the open interest is still above 20 billion US dollar. Although we pumped with the Bitcoin price below 71,000 US dollar, currently at 70,500 US dollar. And of course, we have to take a look at the funding rate, and the funding rate is very high at the current moment. If we are going here on the day chart, since we pumped above 55,000 US dollar, we are on very high levels with the funding rate. So we basically can expect that it gets more and more likely for the Bitcoin price to see a possible correction in the future. And of course that we have very much leveraged capital in long positions here on the market. So basically we have to take care of this and not opening long positions with too high leverage, and of course to trade with a stop loss. And now I want to hand over to the chart analysis.
Today we have some important things to talk about for the Bitcoin price, because we saw some pretty big volatility, and with that we will start in the daily time frame. Today we got a little reject of our daily chart, but we again got bought up pretty nicely. The maximum drawdown was nearly 5%, but at the moment we are just in a minus of 1.5%. So this looks, in my opinion, pretty bullish still, because we had 6 green day candles before. So this little correction day candle with a big wick to the downside, which got bought up again, is in my opinion pretty bullish. And we also can determine that we see a consecutive uptrend coming on the day chart, which is also pretty bullish in my opinion. And for further price movements, we should look on the smaller time frames. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we can clearly see that we got a big wick in the last few hours and just found support on our previously introduced little uptrend on the 4-hourly time frame, which is obviously way flatter than the daily uptrend, but it's still really important. As we guys can see, we already talked about in yesterday's video about the 1-hourly broadening wedge. We tried to break to the upside, but we got rejected several times from the neckline. You can see this right here. And then after we got the third reject of the neckline of the rising broadening wedge, we broke to the downside and filled our price target of the downside. We even overfilled our price target pretty big because of this large wick on the 1-hourly time frame, because of the large wick on the last 1-hourly candle. But still, it seems like we are consolidating at the price target of this rising broadening wedge, which is also above our 4-hourly support line and inside our uptrend on the daily time frame. So in my opinion, it looks pretty nice at the moment for the Bitcoin price. And if we manage to get the next hourly close above this support line right here, above the $70,400, in my opinion, the probabilities rise that we'll see further moves to the upside coming. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, please make sure to leave a like and comment down below. I would say we'll see us in tomorrow's update. Bye bye.